is good, it's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the 8 new Evos added to NBA 2K24 MyTEAM today. Now, just off initial gut feeling, I know 4 of them that I'm super excited about. Naz Reid, Derrick White, Dorian Finney Smith, Bobby Portis. Each and all 4 of those guys I'm expecting huge things from, because, I mean, Bobby Portis was already good. DFS is already a great 3-and-D option. Derrick White as a Ruby was fantastic, and Naz Reid, I think, at that amethyst tier will be good. Now, the other guys should be pretty solid, and we will take a deeper dive into them as well. Now, we're going to start off here with Naz Reid, and as we dive into that, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we are on the road towards 130,000 subscribers. So, Naz Reid, this is what he looked like at that Ruby tier. Now, at an amethyst tier, you guys can see the block rating goes up, lateral quickness goes up 5, gets Hall of Fame posterizer, gets Hall of Fame brick wall, gold catch, shoot quarter specialist. Now, I do not know what it is, but 2K absolutely loves to give all these Evos Hall of Fame brick wall. Like, each and every one of these big men, and when it comes down to Evos, gets that Hall of Fame brick wall. And again, I'm not exactly sure why 2K is deciding to do that, but all of them get Hall of Fame brick wall, and I'm not going to complain because that is a pretty good badge when it comes down to it. At that amethyst tier, Naz Reid, rebounding wise, gets way better as well. I just think he gets way more complete. Now, the problem is his last Evo is a 9 block, 51 rebound Evo, which in its own right is a lot to get done. Is Naz Reid worth the Evo? Is he good as an Evo? Yes, absolutely. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Naz Reid as an amethyst, think he's better at power forward, is really solid for 14,000 MT. Josh Green up next, was hoping to see his defense get even better. And look, does it get better? A little bit. Block rating goes up, interior goes up. Outside of that, though, for Josh Green, there's nothing really here to look at. I mean, I don't love his release. MJ dribble style is fine. But the whole thing for me is Josh Green needed to be fantastic on the defensive end of the court, and I just don't see it with Josh Green. He's fine defensively. He's just not fantastic. Not in love with his release. As a Ruby, I mean, he's fine. He's just, in my opinion, not next level good in my team. Malik Monk being a diamond we got is really sad. Like, I can't tell you guys how sad it is that Malik Monk got a diamond. I mean, anybody else but Malik Monk. To be honest with you guys, I went to bed last night when the Warriors were up a ton. I think I went to bed just at the start of the third quarter. And I come back and look and see the Golden State Warriors got beat by the Sacramento Kings, which is just absolutely crazy. Like, I'm looking at the box score right now, just absolutely stunned, because I was fully expecting Kevon Looney. Now, the thing here is, I mean, Malik Monk, he's a diamond. He's cool. The Evo probably isn't going to be super hard because, you know, he is a guard. I just don't see it here. I mean, defensively does get a little better, gets some good shooting badges, but he's a 6'3" shooting guard. There's a limit to how good Malik Monk can be. Dorian Finney Smith up next. Now, as a Ruby, I really already was hyping this card up. So, I mean, yes, I am a big fan of him, as I have been, but he gets even better. I mean, that's the big thing for me. When you look at him, you always hope the defense gets a little better. Interior perimeter goes up, lateral quickness goes up, mid-range goes up, gets Hall of Fame corner specialist, workhorse. But the big thing for me when I look at this card is he just becomes a more complete player. When you look at his defense, there's not anything he can't do. Gets a ton of those gold defensive badges, which definitely does help the card out. And even when you look at his shooting, an 84 3-ball, he should green, especially with the Hall of Fame corner specialist. Now, the reason I love the Hall of Fame corner specialist, especially on Dorian Finney Smith, is when I look at things, it's like, okay, I mean, look, that's where he's going to be taking the majority of his threes from, is that corner pocket. So, should be able to knock down shots, has a lot of total badges, should be a great 3-and-D option, 6'7", 7-foot wingspan. For 14,000 MT at the small forward position, tough to beat Dorian Finney Smith. Josh Hart up next. I know Josh Hart's going to play a ton of defense. He even has that Hall of Fame rebound chaser which is obviously really good as well. My whole thing with Josh Hart is this, and this is kind of what I want you guys to understand. Hall of Fame rebound chaser, when you're looking at the shooting guard position, you can only do so much with. And I'm not trying to sit here and slander Josh Hart because I don't hate the card. But when your best attribute at the shooting guard position is rebounding, I feel like you leave a ton to be desired, and Josh Hart leaves a ton to be desired. I don't hate the card. I actually think this card can play at a pretty decent level, but again, he can't really move that well. His ball handle is fine, but he's got pro dribble style. I'm not in love with his release. He's only 6'4". As an amethyst, not a card I'm really high on. Derrick White up next. This is a card that I am super high on and want to spend some time talking about because I think Derrick White, and I don't want to gas it. I don't want to gas it at all. But I think this card is going to be one of the best budget point guards in the entire game. Let's look at what gets upgraded. Interior goes up 20. Speed goes up 1. Strength goes up 16. When you look at what else goes up, steal goes up. Playmaking badges gets a ton better. Gets Hall of Fame Challenger, clamps as well. In his last Evo, 11 steals, 21 3-pointers. That's not super difficult to do. When Derrick White is Evo'd all the way up, I'm going to be honest with you, he becomes, in my opinion, not only one of the best budget point guards in the entire game, he becomes one of the best point guards in the entire game. Say I'm gassing it, say whatever you want. I don't hate the Dame dribble style. I like his release. Leaner-wise is good. Defensively is stout. This Derrick White is a guy to be expecting a gameplay from because I do believe he's one of not only the best budget point guards in the entire game, one of the best point guards and most complete point guards in the entire game. Caris Levert at an Ami. I'm not the biggest fan defensively. He's not great. Caris Levert base is fine. Hall of Fame Slithery, midi magician, decent playmaking. Defensively, I don't think he's great. I don't see it with Caris Levert. And it's crazy because Caris Levert had some decent cards last year. And so I don't want to sit here and just say it's all bad with Caris Levert because it's not going to do some things well on the court. But it's just like there's nothing he does outstanding. Decent 3-ball, decent speed, decent lateral quickness, decent height at 6'6". I just don't see it, especially when you compare him to Benedict Mathurin, when you compare him to KCP. I just think those guys are going to do more for you on the court than a guy like Caris Levert. Last but certainly not least, Bobby Portis becomes an Evo. Now, this is a card that I've been high on for the last couple of weeks, and he's only going to gain more stock. The problem I see with Bobby Portis is his total badges. He doesn't have a lot of total badges, and even when you look at his last upgrade, sure, the lateral quickness interior gets a little better, but there's just not a ton going on. Post moves get a little bit better, does get Hall of Fame brick wall post lockdown, but I'm just not the biggest fan of this Evo. Don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted. Bobby Portis is still going to be really solid when he does get to the diamond. 6'11", gonna knock down shots, play solid defense. I just wish this final Evo was a little bit better because for it, you gotta knock down 45 threes, 13 3-pointers, get 3 steals, and 4 blocks. That's a long Evo for a card who barely sees any improvement. Like his biggest improvement, again, is in post moves, which I don't think matters that much. In general, I'm a big fan of these Evos. The ones I really want to highlight, Derrick White, Dorian Finney Smith. Those are the 2 Evos I'm highest on. Also do like Naz Reid. Bobby Portis at that amethyst tier is obviously really solid as well. That's going to wrap it up for our Evo video today, guys, and I'm super eager to hear your guys' thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.